are here with us tonight. Thank you so much for this opportunity. All right, so we were going to have a new topic, but this is still related to emotion because we're talking about stress, right? Mental health.
Yeah.
Yes, and when we talked about stress, definitely it is always accompanied by different emotions. Now, specifically in terms of stress, it is always accompanied by negative emotion, right? Yes,
Yes.
but then,
Actually.
of course, if we will going to, if we will go back, try to recall, try to recall our discussion about stress and the way of Buddhism. We were able to see the good side of the stress. Okay, because the good side of the stress is that a manageable stress will keep us more powerful, energetic, and creative because it pushes us to become more creative. It's not always negative, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because, if life is always okay, everything is perfect, I think it's a little bit boring. What do you think? What do you think?
And easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And easy to get lazy and don't
Oh,
want to
yes.
strive for
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because there's nothing to do. If everything is perfect, okay, so there's nothing to do. So that's why we will not force ourselves to bring out our creativity, right? The
Yeah.
wisdom. Okay, yes. So for tonight, we will going to talk about the mind and emotion on the Buddhist path. This is in connection with the stress that we're talking about, the big topic
Mm.
about mental health. But this
Yeah.
one, yeah, I got this article. The author of the article is Dalai Lama and uh, Tibetan Chodron. I don't know if you're familiar.
Mm.
Are you?
Who? Tibetan
Dalai
children.
Lama?
Yeah, yeah. Dalai Lama. Yes, I heard
Yeah,
about him.
Dalai Lama. Oh, sorry. I think I pronounced it wrong.
You did it
Okay.
a very good one. I just do the translation, yeah, interpreter to others. Yeah, you did a good
All right.
one.
Thank you so much. So, this one is an article by Dalai Lama and Tibetan children. Okay. So,
Mm.
according to Buddha, yeah, we need
Mm.
to master. Buddha says that master your emotions. A calm mind can handle every storm. Do you agree?
Yeah, totally.
All right. Just imagine during that time, during those times, Buddha was able to recognize, was able to discover the emotion, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the
Yes,
limited
yes.
education, with the limited information, just by contemplation, just by listening to the environment, he was able to discover the
Yes.
emotion. And
Yeah, you
he realized that a calm mind can handle every storm. In other words, if we learn how to calm our mind, we will become more peaceful and we will be able to manage this storm. Storm, when we say storm, these are the challenges, difficulties, sufferings in life, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And sometimes we know that if the suffering is too much, it will really give us more negative emotion.
Mm.
Not only
Yeah.
to not only to harm ourselves, because basically stress or negative emotion like anger, greedy. This will give us an unpleasant feelings. So it is not only bad to ourselves, to our health, it is also bad to others. Maybe it is also bad to other people around us, to the other animals around us in the environment, or even to plants. Because I know there are some people when they are very angry, they displace their anger feelings to other people, even if those people are not doing anything bad to them. But because they want to express the anger, you know, they
Mm.
want to express
Yeah.
the anger and they are trying to displace it to other people whom they believe that they are more superior than them. See? So that's why there
Mm.
are some people, sad to say, are victims.
Yeah,
Victims.
victims.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they are usually the victims of the anger of other people, which is which
Yeah.
is unfair. Which is unfair. Other people they say that yeah, this is they are trying to justify that is their personality and that other people should understand them. Oh gosh, we should. Okay, anyway, it's so good that there are also some people who are very peaceful and calm and that they understand different emotions of people, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so let's move on. The second slide, please.
This one?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So this one we will go to the physical aspect or the biological aspect. As you know, my background is psychology, so I just put some information about psychology. But in general, um, it is about the wisdoms are really from Buddhist teaching. Okay. So yeah, in I'm sure some of you are very familiar with the limbic system. This is the part of the brain. As you can see, the parts of the brain. You can see the picture, right?
Yeah.
The photo of the brain. Okay, so this is called, or the photo or the picture is showing the limbic system. This is part of the brain which is responsible for managing the emotion. So in some pictures, they describe the parts as the amygdala, the hippocampus, the limbic cortex, and the hypothalamus. So all these parts that you see in the brain, this is the limbic system, which is responsible for our emotions. Okay, so it
Mm.
means that the general knowledge of people, they thought that emotions are from heart. It's really coming from the heart, which is not true. It's not from the heart. It is
No.
actually from the brain. Yes, it's actually from the brain. The brain is managing the function of the heart. Okay, so in
Yes.
in physiological psychology we study this. So that's why when we study this in psychology, we have a joke. We are saying that I love you from the bottom of my hypothalamus.
Oh.
It's yes,
Oh.
it's funny, right?
Oh. We should laugh,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
My
it should be I love you from the bottom of my heart, isn't it?
heart. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
Actually
the
cannot describe as heart. Okay. Hypothalamus. Okay.
yeah,
Very
yes,
interesting.
yes.
Thank you.
Mm, yes.
This one. From the
Yeah,
bottom of my
normally we say that I love you from the bottom of my heart because when we describe emotion, especially positive emotion, we use the heart because we know that the positive and negative emotions are actually in the heart. But
yeah.
in particular, when we talked about love, So we are always referring to the heart, right? But
Yeah.
actually, yes, but actually, the heart's function in terms of emotion, it is managed and controlled by the limbic system.
Yes.
Yes. For the for the negative emotion, like anger, specifically anger, it is the amygdala. Because the amygdala part of the brain, let's look at the amygdala. If you can see the amygdala, that part,
Mm.
okay, that part is responsible for the negative emotion, anger.
Yeah.
Yes,
Next
that's why
emotion.
it is very difficult. That's why now we realize that Buddha is really correct and right in saying that we need to calm our mind. We
Mm.
need to calm our mind because when the mind is calm, we can handle every storm. It means that when the mind is calm, the amygdala will not react negatively or will not become impulsive because the amygdala is very impulsive. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, amygdala is very impulsive. But if the mind is trained with calm and peaceful, the amygdala will not become impulsive. Isn't it? It's so good,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Reasonable.
yes, Buddha is really a very enlightened person to discover this. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So yes, I'm so sorry. This is very, this is very physiological. Okay. Anyway,
Logical.
yeah,
Yes.
I just want to share with you the other side of this Buddhist teaching. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. We would
All
like
right.
to. Uh, we would like to extend our knowledge as well. Thank you so much for your contribution. Actually, it's very we are honored to have your lesson. Yeah, have your lecture. Okay.
Well, actually, I know that many of you are familiar with this, but then sometimes, when we are not reviewing, we tend to forget also, right? Because yeah, we study this maybe in the high school or in the college. Yeah, maybe some you study this also in the college. Maybe in Chinese, not in English. So that's why some of you are also familiar. Okay,
Mm.
so let's move on.
All right.
Okay, so these are the different emotions. So so if I ask you how which of these emotion describe your feelings now? All right. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we
Which one?
are emotional. We are emotional
Yeah.
being, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
The first one
We
is
are.
surprise. The first one is surprise. Second one is
The first one,
puzzle,
yes,
confused.
surprise. The
And the
green
third one
one
is
is what? I don't know
puzzle.
what is green one. Sad
Confused.
or confused?
Confused.
Yeah, maybe confused. Oh, Enid, you're so smart.
The third one is anger.
Yes, angry. Yes.
Unhappy
Gosh, look
anger.
at the
And
eyebrow.
the
Mm-hmm.
last one is happy.
The last one is happy. Yes, with a smile. Okay, so the difference between human being and animals, I think, is emotion. But animals, they have also emotions, right?
As well.
It's
Yes.
just
Yes.
yes, yes. The only difference is the way we manage our
Yeah.
emotions. I mean,
Yes.
we human beings are more capable of managing our emotion, but the animals, I think they are also capable, some of them, but in general, they cannot. They will not be
Yeah.
able to control their emotions.
Yes,
because
yes.
our brain is different from their brain also. There is something that
Yeah.
we can there are some things which both of us can do, but there are many things that both cannot do. Okay. So,
Yeah.
as we said, that we are emotional beings because we have feelings. Feelings like
Yes.
pleasure, or pain, and then
Mm,
it gives different emotions, and then these emotions will result into actions. I mean, after the feeling or after the emotion, then definitely we will be forced to do something, to act. Okay.
mm, yeah.
So, yeah, by the way, if you have questions, please just let me know. And maybe Enid is willing to help me to
Yeah.
read or translate your question. Okay, but if
Okay.
you can
And
speak English, yeah, if you can speak
yeah,
English, oh my goodness, that will be perfect.
yeah. Actually, they're just doing, yeah, the Cinderella. Cinderella is
Mm-hmm.
helping do the translation. Yeah. Translation.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank.
Translate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Translate what you have taught into
Mm-hmm.
English,
Mm-hmm.
into Chinese.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Cinderella. You're an angel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Angel
All
as
right.
well. Yeah.
Yes, angel. So after the emotion, definitely we will going to act, right? Like for instance, if the emotion is sad, then what will be the action? It will
Yeah.
manifest in the starting from the face and then later
Yeah.
to the different parts of the body. Like
Yeah.
a sad person, you can see it in the face, maybe the
Yeah.
eyes, maybe in the
Yeah.
eyes, right?
Yeah.
And the whole face,
And
actually, in the whole
yeah, the
face.
face expression. Yes.
Facial expression. And then when some people, when they feel sad, they don't have the energy to work. It feels like they don't want to go to work. They don't want to do something because they feel sad.
Precisely. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's like no energy, right?
Mm.
No energy. Yes. So, but on the other hand, when people are excited and very happy, no matter how difficult is the task or the responsibility, you can see in the facial expression that they are happy and excited. So
Mm.
you starting from the facial expression, as we said, the smile. The smile definitely is very obvious. You can see even if they
Mm.
don't know the person, but they are smiling to the person, right? Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes, and then they are very generous and they are very kind. Oh, lovely. Okay. Uh, and then, so this emotion will give us affective or affective and afflictive, I mean, rather, afflictive
Yeah.
and
Afflictive.
unrealistic. Afflictive, it's
Yeah.
like destructive. It's
Yeah.
harming
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
Afflictive,
Yeah. Afflictive.
harming
Yes.
others.
Yes.
Unrealistic, it means it's not real. It's like when the person is angry, when the person is angry, but there's no reason to get angry, just because maybe they misinterpret gestures, actions, or miscommunication. So in that case, that's unrealistic. Okay?
Yeah. Unrealistic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, unrealistic. On the other hand, we have, of course, emotions are also realistic and beneficial.
Mm.
So when we say realistic, of course, these are emotions are real. I mean, if the person is sad because there is really a problem, so it means
Mm.
that the emotion is realistic, right?
Yes.
A realistic, yes. If there is a problem, a very serious problem, so it's realistic. And then um, emotions are also beneficial, especially beneficial. When we say beneficial, it is positive. It gives it is good. It is good for others, meaning there are people who will benefit with that emotion, especially the positive emotion. Okay. So
Yeah,
after the
especially
emotion, yes. So whether the emotion is afflictive and unrealistic or realistic and beneficial, it will always followed by action. Okay?
yes.
So
Yeah.
actions bring more pain, especially if these are aggressive actions because of negative emotion, while others bring happiness. And these are the positive emotion, the realistic that gives benefits to others. Got it?
Yeah, yeah. Totally.
Okay, so yes. All right, so maybe we can move on to the next. All right, so Buddha is very smart and very intelligent. That, according to him, we can there is a way to eliminate all these afflictive emotions. And how? By overcoming destructive emotions such as greed and anger. Overcoming. In other words, if we will be able to manage greedy and anger, because these are negative emotions, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the way to eliminate the afflictive emotion. We need to expand constructive emotions such as love and compassion.
Compassion.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yes, compassion. So it's like the way to eliminate this afflictive, this dangerous, this destructive emotion. You got it? I say so many words, but
Yeah.
they mean the same. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
least you will become more familiar. Destructive, afflictive, dangerous, these are all the same. So the way to
Mm,
eliminate these emotions is by constructive. It's like uh, nourish, nourish the emotion
mm.
of love and compassion.
I can. Yeah. Nourish.
Yes.
Yes. I
Okay, for
love
a
this
while.
word. Nourish. Yeah. Mm, mm. Dr. Rose is not here.
Oh, I'm
Mm,
so sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, my son is disturbing me. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so when we were able to eliminate this afflictive emotion, it means that we were able to transform ourselves. Transform.
Mm,
Okay. You know what is transform?
yeah.
Transformation. The
Yeah.
process of
Transformation.
transformation, yes, the process of transformation took place or will take place when we are able to eliminate the afflictive emotion. In other words,
Yeah.
we were able to live and practice love and compassion because
Yes.
we
To
are
everyone.
now, yes, because we are now practicing love and compassion. We were transform ourselves. We were able to transform ourselves. We are more wiser and more effective, more effective.
Exactly. Yeah. So good.
Yes. Yes. So in other words,
Yes.
you are now you're not just an ordinary person. You are a very important person because you you will serve as benefit to others because you're modeling love and compassion. So when other people experience that with you, you can transform them as well,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Mm.
It's so beautiful, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we need to eliminate those afflictive emotions. So next is
Yeah.
okay. So happiness. What about happiness and unhappiness, virtue and non-virtue? Okay, I'm very sure you're familiar with virtue, right? Virtue.
Yeah, yes, virtue.
Yes,
Somehow like
because there
married.
are mm-hmm, in Buddhism there are I think 10 virtues.
Yeah, yeah, 10 virtues.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I learned this from the Buddhists when I study in Sydney. All right. So as you can see in the picture, the icon above the hand, or how to say that, Buddha's hand. How to say this? The
Let's
hand,
check it. Yeah,
the hand.
palms,
This is a
uh,
sign.
sign. Oh, yeah, sign. Signal. Yeah, sign. Yes, just create hand sign. Yeah.
How do you say this in
Chinese,
Buddhism? No, in
手印.
English. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Cinderella, could you check it out? 手印，这个是手印。
Is this? I know this. Buddha's hand. I don't know. I forgot maybe, but I know this. And the other sign is the psychologist sign.
Yeah, psychology sign. Yes,
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 yes.
yeah.
Okay. Because Buddhism and psychology seek to help people to have more happiness and fulfillment and decrease their unhappiness and misery or suffering. But they
Mm,
differ somewhat in what they consider positive and negative emotions. In other words, psychology is learning from Buddhist teachings, which are very useful in helping people in a way that some of the Buddhist wisdom or some of the Buddhist teachings can be used in psychotherapy.
psychotherapy. Ah,
Yes, psychotherapy. We're using that.
psychotherapy.
Yeah.
Ah,
Psychotherapy is it's clinical psychology's a way on how to help people suffering from depression, anxiety, or other psychological
mental health.
disorder.
Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So both of them, Buddhism and psychology, they want to help people to become more happy, to become more fulfilled, to become, to lessen, or if possible, to remove unhappiness. No, we cannot say to remove because we are not perfect, but we can be perfect by attaining enlightenment. But for the meantime, maybe we can just say to lessen unhappiness and misery, lessen the suffering, right? But then, of
Yes,
course, these
listen.
two, yeah, these two, they differ in what they consider positive and negative emotion because, well, basically, in psychology, we are always depending on the scientific side or physiological side of the emotion, on the function of the brain, and of the many factors that influence the behavior. But
Mm,
in Buddhism, yes, Buddhism is deeper, is very
yeah.
deep in trying to explain emotions of people, in trying to explain how to help people to become more happy and to lessen suffering, right?
Mm,
Okay, now, but
yeah,
then the point here is that they are helping each other
yeah.
at least. Yes, at least. Yes. Okay, let's
Okay.
move on. Yeah, for this one, okay, so just like in Buddhism, the difference between the positive and negative emotion is not our immediate feelings, okay? So in Buddhism, it is not concerned on the immediate feelings of happiness or suffering. It is more concerned on the happiness or suffering that is the long-term result of those emotions. It's
Yes.
like, yeah, this is the thing that I am telling you, that Buddhism or Buddhist wisdom is deeper in trying to understand the happiness or unhappiness or the feelings of people. It's different because they are not concerned on the immediate, or it's like the temporary. They are
Yes.
more concerned on the long term or permanent. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just like the photo that you are looking at now, um, because maybe the lady was trained on how to do meditation. In other words, maybe she's an expert already. So no matter how how noisy is the environment, she keeps calm. She stays
Yeah.
calm, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just like yes. We can analyze this the application of this in our everyday life is that no matter how serious or destructive is the problem, if we learn to calm our mind, we'll not be very impulsive in managing suffering or in managing difficult situation, because our mind, we trained our mind. So yeah, going back. So this is the concern of the Buddhism, the long-term result of those emotion. Okay, next please. All right. So I quote from the article. It says that our self-esteem and feelings of self-worth depend more on our ethical integrity than on sensual pleasure. See this? All right, it's so beautiful. When we say self esteem, you remember self esteem. I discussed the self esteem with you and self worth. Self esteem is we focus, or the person is focusing on the positive characteristic of the
Mm.
self, only the
Yeah.
positive characteristic of the self. This is different from self concept, because self concept, the person is looking on the both the positive and the negative aspect of the self. But in self-esteem, it is only focusing on the good aspect of the self. You see the difference?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see the
Mhm.
difference.
Yes. All right. Thank you. And then the feelings of self-worth. Self-worth is like giving importance to the self. Okay, it gives importance to the self, the value that we give to the self, value, self-worth.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. So these two are actually depend on ethical integrity. We know what is
Oh,
ethics, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Ethical.
And
Yes.
ethics, and we know what is integrity. Hmm.
Integrity. Yeah. It does it mean the precepts to keep
um
precepts?
when we say integrity, it is a characteristic of um, a valued person, or
Oh, yeah.
a very kind person with more positive. philosophy in life.
Mm.
Integrity. It's like a characteristic of famous leaders.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yes, like for
I
instance,
know that.
Buddha. Buddha have ethical integrity.
Yeah,
Like Dalai Lama, maybe Dalai Lama have ethical integrity. Religious leaders, maybe they have ethical integrity,
yeah.
meaning they remain to what they believe, what is good and what is right.
Yeah. I
Yes,
know. Thank you so
yeah.
much for your explanation, illustration.
People,
Yes.
yes, it's okay, no problem. It's my pleasure. Okay, so people without ethical integrity, if someone offers them material things that are
Yeah.
very, shall we say, of high
Of high
value,
value.
yes,
Mm.
high value, in exchange for something, maybe the people will suffer, maybe some people will suffer, but
Mm.
because it is on his favor, then that person is unethical. I mean, the action is unethical, and that person is no integrity.
Yeah. No integrity. Yes. And sometimes they're induced. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Thank you. I got it. Shall we go ahead or something?
All right. Okay.
Mm.
So, I'm so sorry. Please bear with me. My son is so because my mother is not here tonight. Okay,
Ah,
anyway,
sorry.
so we'll just continue. Okay, so also we in Buddhism it is concerned more on the virtus actions, virtus emotions. And if there are virtus emotions and actions, there are also unvirtus actions or emotions. Now, since we're talking about emotions, so we will focus on the emotions. Okay, so virtus emotions, these are positive emotion, constructive, even if these are it's like criticism, but
Criticism.
if
Ah, okay.
if it will lead to a more good, or it will result into a um good turnout, then that is constructive. Wholesome, it means it's good. So virtuous emotions lead to happiness in the long term. Okay, in the long
Mm.
term,
Yes.
virtuous emotions lead to happiness in the long term. And virtuous emotion, these are negative, destructive, and wholesome. Of course, the opposite. These emotions lead to suffering. Of course, right?
Mm.
Okay, next.
Yes.
All right. So these
So
are
is it
just,
possible? May I ask you a question?
yes. Go ahead, please.
And then, yeah, here, virtues, emotion. So is it possible for you to get an example? Which one is the virtues emotion?
Um, the these are all virtuous emotion, positive. Like for instance, the feeling of love.
Oh,
These are
yeah.
positive. Yes, these are positive. These are wholesome. Love is wholesome, acceptable,
Yeah, love
and
is
loved by the
awesome. Yeah.
people.
Yes,
Constructive.
yes.
When we say
Yeah,
constructive, it is more in the reality. Constructive.
yeah.
I mean, it will lead. to a long-term happiness.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
sometimes we don't see the negative side of our personality or the negative side of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but because of the emotion of maybe our best friend, of our parents, they will tell us the negative part of ourselves. It
Mm.
is, yeah, maybe for a while it will give us unhappy feelings, but it is virtuous because we will be aware of what is wrong with us. And if we change that, then that is for the long term.
Yes.
That is for the good of us.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
this is the
So,
meaning of a constructive suggestion.
yes, constructive.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good.
And
Yes.
then it's like when we say constructive, it's like it will promote goodness. Goodness, promote
Yeah,
goodness. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
hmm So, and then
Thank you so
unvirtuous,
much.
of course. Yeah, unvirtuous, of course, these are the negative that will also lead to suffering.
Yes,
Okay,
bad
yes.
thing. Mm.
All right. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay. So these are just review of the 10 virtues. But as we have said, we're talking about emotion. So most likely these 10 virtues are accompanied by emotion like generosity, starting from the mind, right? Generosity,
Mm,
loving kindness, correct view,
mm,
etc. Body and speech. Okay, so these are the
mm,
10 virtues. I'm very sure you're all familiar with this. So let's move
mm.
on. And then of course, there are non virtues.
Virtue. Oh,
Yes, non
yeah.
virtues. Yes. Again, these are for according to the mind, body, and speech. These are just specific example. You know them. All right, let's move on.
Mm.
Do I need to
That's
explain more of this?
I think
Y-
I'm familiar with it, but we need to do some translation. 这里面就是讲的是十善业和十恶业的，它翻译的 ten virtues 和 ten non-virtues. All right, thank you so much. I love your translation. Perfect.
Thank you. Is that Cinderella?
Oh, Cinderella and Cinderella.
Okay.
Um, yeah, she's doing it. 这是十善业
Oh,
和十恶业的。Okay,
thank you so much. All right, let's move on to
let's move
slide
on.
number 11. All right, so this is just an example. For
Mm.
example, a pleasant feelings, but it's not good. There are pleasant feelings, but it's not good.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
then,
because it's
yes,
emotion.
mm-hmm,
Emotion.
yes, yes. Like too much love. Too much love is not good.
Yeah.
Too much kindness is not also good. I mean, we need to be kind, but not to the point that others will abuse.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Can
yeah.
abuse others.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because there are some they will take advantage, right? They
Hmm.
will take
Yeah.
advantage the kindness. Okay, so yeah, this is just an example on how to illustrate this virtues and non-virtues emotions. So a pleasant feelings is sometimes a pleasant feelings not good, and
Mm.
non-virtues then definitely it will also go into a virtus. The virtus state will banish or will gone. The virtus state will gone, and then
Yeah,
pleasant feelings, and it is good. In other words, the good feeling is good. So non-virtuous will vanish. In other words, bad action will gone, And what
Mm.
will rise is virtus state,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I think there are four, how to say that? Yes, these are the four possible permutations of feelings and ethical value. These are like situation, four situation on
Yes.
how the virtues and non-virtues interplay with our emotions and actions.
Yes.
Okay?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first we have this is slide number 12. Okay. So the
Mm.
first one is a pleasant feeling accompanies the more non-virtue, non-virtue, and decreases of virtue. So a pleasant feeling, meaning it's a good feeling, but it is non-virtue, so it's not good. So definitely because it's not good, the virtue will decrease. The virtue is gone. Do you understand that? I don't know.
Mm.
I if slide is the example. Let's check the next slide. Oh, like this one. Good feelings. Okay. So maybe young people, college students, or young professionals,
Mm.
when they go to party and abuse themselves by going into maybe nightlife every day, so their feeling is good. So that's why they continue to do it because they feel good. But the action is bad and it may lead to future suffering. So this is like the example of the uh, first uh, first example. I mean the first um,
Yeah.
permutation. In other words, the
Communicate.
interplay of feelings and the ethical value. So
Yeah.
this is the easiest way on how to explain that. So there is a good feelings. There is a good feelings when they do
Yes.
party, but then it's not the feeling is good, but the action is bad because when they do it every day, in the long run, they will get sick. Maybe they will not be able to finish their studies, or maybe their work, if they are already working, their work will be affected.
Mm. Yeah.
So that's why it is true, not that it is true that not all good feelings will lead to good actions and will turn into good future or happiness in the future. No. Okay? All right.
Mm.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go to the next. Okay, the second one, there is a pleasant feeling when a non-virtuous state decrease. In other words, the feeling is good. That's why the non-virtues decrease.
Mm.
Can you can you follow?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So the feeling, in other words, the feeling is good. So the non-virtuous state or characteristic will decrease and the
Mm.
virtuous one will increase. Okay?
Yeah.
Example, um, when a person um, is when a person likes to join charitable activities, the person is
Mm.
happy. The person, in
Yeah.
other words, yes, the person feels good when joining charitable activities. The person is expressing generosity. So this kind of happiness is like win-win, right? Win-win
Yeah.
because the feeling is good, the feeling is pleasant, and the action is also good. So the action
Yeah.
creates the cause for future happiness for self and others. In other words, if the person will continue to do this, it will create future happiness And of course, the beneficiary of that good actions, others, the others, it will give a long lasting effect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Long lasting
so it's
effect.
like
Yes.
because the beneficiary experience this positive virtue, then
Yeah.
they will also they might also do it when there is a chance that they are the one who will also do the charitable activities, because
Mm.
we were transformed, or because the person was transformed. Then the long term effect is others will be transformed because of you, because of your
Yes.
actions.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, nice. Okay. Next, the third one. The third one is unpleasant feelings accompanies an increase in non-virtue. This is it's like not, or it's a bad, unpleasant. It's a bad feeling. But there is an increase in non-virtue increase high. Okay, unpleasant, of course, it is not good, the feeling is not good, like for instance anger, right? Anger is bad.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So what will happen? It is not non-virtues, it will not increase the virtues, it will increase non-virtue, and then
Yes.
decrease in virtue. So it's like bad feelings is will result, or bad feeling will result into bad action. Bad action, definitely it will less or remove the virtue.
Mm.
Okay? It's like this.
Yeah.
When a person is involved in crime, crime is bad.
Yeah.
Crime is bad. Of course, there is a self blame because it's a suffering for him or for the
Yeah.
person. Involving
Yeah.
in any crime is like suffering. You, s- you feel bad, the person feels bad. And then, aside from feeling bad because of that bad action, unpleasant emotion, they tend to blame others, which will generate more non virtues,
Yes.
right?
Very
It
so
will
cool.
Mhm. It will generate more non-virtuous. It's like um it's his fault, but he's trying to give it to others. It's like the person is telling that I'm suffering because of you,
Yeah. So
which is not
sorry.
true. Yes, so sorry. Yes. So this is the third. Okay. And finally, the last one. These are only four. Okay. I think I made it on time. Yes. Okay. The last one, the fourth one is we have a painful feelings, but our unvirtue diminishes. We have painful feeling, but our unvirtue diminishes, and our virtue increases. For example, simple job but honest. Simple but honest job. So if it is a simple job, well, definitely the salary is not that high. It's just a low salary. But the person is happy. Can you follow?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
All right. Mm-hmm. So, simple but honest job, of course, it's just a very low, maybe a low salary, but then the person is happy.
Mm.
And then, of
Yes.
course, there is also a little unhappiness of that low salary, but it's more on the happiness because maybe the person is, um, no matter how simple is the job, for as long as the person is giving its best, okay,
Mm.
giving its best,
Yeah.
so definitely the person is happy. and then it will create a long-term happiness. In other words, the person became very honest in his job, although in being honest will not give you more money. just like just like maybe leaders in the government. I hope this is not bad. This is just an example. Leaders in the government who are very honest in doing their job. I'm sure you know what I mean. They're very
Yeah.
honest. No extra, no extra.
Mm.
So it's just the salary and they are happy.
Yes.
They are
And
happy because
yeah, yeah.
it's like you are doing it. You are not you are not really getting more. You're not getting more. You're just getting enough. But then,
Yes.
in terms of the long term effect, the impression that you will give, that you will live in this world, the legacy that you will leave in this world, that's a long term, right?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Somehow like the integrity. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yes, correct.
Mm.
Integrity. So, it's like if we were going to say it, um, maybe summarize it, we can say that self-esteem and self-worth is referring to or will tell about the ethical integrity. In other words, the
Yeah.
self-esteem and the self-worth will tell about ethical integrity. And then
Mm.
this ethical integrity uh, remind ourselves, remind
Mm.
ourselves. I mean, remind ourselves about our ethical integrity. Whatever the emotion is, whatever is the emotion, whether virtuous
Yeah, yeah,
emotion,
yeah.
non-virtuous emotion, we have to remind ourselves of the ethical integrity.
Yes.
Okay?
Totally right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. If you will realize self-esteem and self-worth is like we're not supposed to we're not supposed to focus our attention on ourselves
Mm.
because another teaching of Buddhism is non-self, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. So
Exactly.
that's why
Nice.
ethical integrity reminded reminded us of a non-self. Okay, I
Yeah.
think that's all for tonight.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for your contribution. Yeah, it's really, really fantastic. Yeah, we've learned a lot from you. Thank you.
Maybe are there any questions
Mm. Is there any
or
question?
clarification? Maybe, yeah. Like if we finish one lecture like this, and if you want to, oh, okay, there is a question. Okay,
And
maybe we can,
virtues.
yes, 10 virtues. All right. So let's look at the 10 virtues. Okay, I think these are, yeah, some of you are familiar with the 10 virtues. So, 10
Yes.
virtues, yeah, Buddha was the wisdom or the teaching of Buddha about the 10 virtues. He divided the the person into mind, body, and speech. Okay?
Yeah. 身可意, 身可意. Yes, yes. Yeah, right.
Yes. So, in terms of mind, the mind of the person will become virtuous. When we say virtues, sometimes I said virtues or virtues. Anyway, it's the same. When we
Same
say
thing.
virtues, Yes, virtues, this is good, referring to good, referring to what it should be.
Wholesome. Yeah,
Wholesome,
should
yes.
be.
Yes, what it should be. Because we are
Wholesome
created,
things. Yes.
mhm, yeah, we are created capable of enlightenment, right? By
Yeah.
discipline, yes, by enriching or nourishing our mind and body, and then together with the speech. Because if we nourish our mind, our body will also nourish, because the body will do the action, the mind will do the thinking, the analysis, the reflection, the contemplation. The body will do the action together with the speech. Okay, so
Mm.
the body and the speech will go together, because the speech is each is on the part of the body. Now, when we say virtues in mind, that is about being generous, loving kindness, correct view of reality. It means that you know what is good and what is right. It's like
Mm.
it's like people are designed to become good and enlightened.
Yes.
So, to become, to get, or to have, because we need these virtues. We need these virtues. To have the 10 virtues, we need to start from the mind. What kind of thinking, what kind of ideas, what kind of knowledge do we feed our mind? Like, for instance, this one. We are
Mm.
sacrificing our time because we want to learn. We want to improve the function of our brain, of our mind,
Mm.
right? Yes. So, in trying to function following the 10 virtues, starting from the mind, we need to practice. We need to learn what is generosity. We need to learn what is loving kindness, what is correct view of reality. Because remember the three poison illusion. One of this is illusion, right? One
Yes.
of the poison is illusion that will contradict correct view of reality. And
Yes.
another is greedy, which is contradicting generosity.
Generous.
No,
贪嗔痴
yes,
yes，贪嗔和邪见，它对应过来的就是慷慨，贪就是要施舍，然后 loving kindness 就是指这个嗔对应这个慈悲，然后邪见对应的正见，就类似这样一下对应过来，只是翻译上有一点不同。Hopefully, yeah. You can understand
mm-hmm.
it. Yeah, so yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just doing the translation.
Translation.
Thank
Okay, okay. So it's the same with the body. It's like protect
yes,
life.
yes.
So you need to take care. We need to take care of the physical body. Eat the right
Yeah,
food. Become vegetarian. Enough sleep. Enough rest. Enough water.
yes,
Give
yes.
generously. Maintain one and discipline. Okay.
Mm,
And then same with the speech. We need to speak honestly, good words, reconcile, speak
yeah.
pleasantly, speak meaningful, say what is right, say what is
Yes,
true, truth.
yes, yes.
Okay. So of course the non-virtues, these are the opposite.
Yeah, opposite
Mm.
one.
Opposite. So
Yeah.
greedy, harmful, wrong view. Okay. Now, in terms of actions, the body, so the actions are also bad, like killing, stealing, sexual misconduct,
Yeah.
mm. And then the
So
speech,
sorry.
because these are all bad. Starting from the
Yeah.
mind, then it will
Yes,
it
yes.
will manifest in the body by actions. it will manifest in the speech. So these are the non-virtues.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
I love
I
your
hope
I love
I
it. I
hope
love
I
your translation. Very,
oh,
very, yeah, really good.
thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Yeah,
Okay.
please bear with me if sometimes I cannot give lecture because now my last week my mother had an eye operation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I took care of him and then I'm working and I'm also taking care of my son. So I'm so
Okay.
sorry. Mm, I hope you
I know.
understand.
Yeah, we can. I know that, yeah, you tried your best to help us,
Mm,
yeah, to contribute yourself, your knowledge to us. And we really benefited, learned a lot from you. Thank you. Actually, you are transforming us. Yeah, thank you.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so because no matter how far we are from each other, we are all brothers and sisters and this is just a very small thing. I just hope that I am really contributing something. I hope it's good.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah, you always be positive, I think, in my mind. Yeah, you are really, really treasure. Yeah, thank you.
no, we can, yeah. We are just exchanging inspiration.
Mm.
You are inspiring me. I am also inspired by you because, yes, you continue even if it is difficult, like at this time. Okay. Thank you so much. I know it's very late in Darwin.
Yes, and I think everybody is clear now about the 10
Mm-hmm.
virtues and 10
Mm-hmm.
non-virtues. Yeah, especially
Mm-hmm.
from the 10 non-virtues, we can get the 10 virtues. Yes. The
Mm-hmm. Yes.
translation is a bit different, but it's
Mm-hmm.
more authentic. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, if just in case, because you will give them, are you giving them the PowerPoint if they have question next meeting about this, then I will try my best to answer. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah.
I cannot see all the message in the
Questions?
chat.
No more
Yeah, so
questions. And
no more
they are
question.
just doing they're just doing the
Translation.
translation,
All
also the
right.
10 virtues. Yeah, ask you the question
Mm,
about 10 virtues. I suppose they're
okay.
clear now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, just in case there are other topics that you want me to discuss with you, please send me a message.
Yeah, I will. I will try my best to,
Okay.
yeah, I just do the investigation to ask the participants, and if they have any topic, I will
Mm-hmm.
deliver it to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so
Take
much.
good
My
care.
apology.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I cannot
Oh,
see
you
all
did a good
your
job.
chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're always with you. Yeah, so you're not
Yeah.
alone. You.
Thank you. You
Bye.
too. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thank you,
You
Venerable
too.
Benny. Take care. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.